Hey, how's it going, guys? Political Spatula here, giving you the news no matter how bad it hurts. I've wanted to talk about the United Kingdom for a while now because it seems like they're drastically going downhill from the country we all once knew.
Parliament's Joint Committee on Human Rights summarised, as you may know, this whole issue very well by saying, while arresting a protester for using threatening or abusive speech may, depending on the circumstances, be a proportionate response, we do not think that language or behaviour that is merely insulting should ever be criminalised in this way. The clear problem with the outlawing of insult is that too many things can be interpreted as such. Criticism is easily construed as insult by certain parties. Ridicule easily construed as insult. Sarcasm, unfavourable comparison, merely stating an alternative point of view to the orthodoxy can be interpreted as insult.
That is incredibly well said. And it's such a far cry from where Great Britain currently is now, where we're currently looking at a country that arrests more people for speech violations than Russia. And a lot of people don't want to believe that or own up to it, but it's true. The United Kingdom cracks down harder on freedom of speech than Russia. The British government also had a habit of censoring political debates and freedom of speech, arguing that it's for safety. And of course, you can be arrested in Great Britain for saying bad things about Muslims or Pakistani men, which is its own complete issue over there.
And because so many things can be interpreted as insult, it is hardly surprising that so many things have been, as the examples I talked about earlier show. Although the law under discussion has been on the statute book for over 25 years, it is indicative of a culture that has taken hold of the programs of successive governments, that with the reasonable and well-intentioned ambition to contain obnoxious elements in society, has created a society of an extraordinarily authoritarian and controlling nature. That is what you might call the new intolerance, a new but intense desire to gag uncomfortable voices of dissent. I am not intolerant, say many people, say many softly spoken, highly educated, liberal-minded people. I'm only intolerant of intolerance. And people tend to nod sagely and say, oh yes, wise words, wise words. And yet if you think about this supposedly inarguable statement for longer than 5 seconds, you realize that all it is advocating is the replacement of one kind of intolerance with another, which to me doesn't represent any kind of progress at all.
A lot of Muslims flee to Great Britain still, and they just let them in. They let them have Sharia no-go zones, which is a real thing where they do not allow white people into their neighborhoods. Imagine if people in the United States had done that. Imagine what the Democrats would say to that. But it doesn't work the other way around now, does it? Because if it did, we'd be calling them racists. We can't forget about the rape rate in the UK. It's 2.5 times higher than the United States, but it has one-fourth the size of the population of the United States. And I really think Great Britain should turn to the United States and adopt our Constitution and probably get rid of Parliament. I think the five-party system is crippling the people of Great Britain completely. Nothing's ever getting done. Everything's always the same, and there's always a prime minister leaving office. Their government is highly ineffective for the people, and they're not doing anything good for the actual British people. It's really sad to watch Britain get completely lost. And I fully believe an armed society is a polite society. Someone's not going to walk into a place and shoot someone if everyone else has guns. And there's so much violent crime within the UK that having guns would solve. Like any property crime and any violent crime could be completely solved with guns. And British people should look to the Constitution, the right to bear arms, to protect ourselves from a government that's ineffective or going against our interests, like the British government. And in the United States, you have the freedom to speak and you also have the right to remain silent. And in the UK, you don't. Because if you stay silent, A British jury is more likely to find you guilty. British people like to talk about how the US has no culture. Our culture is freedom. We have spread more democracy across the world than any other country. How many wars have we fought just to free people from oppression? That is our culture. Freedom. And British people wouldn't understand that because they live under a monarchy. Well, anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below.